What is up, YouTube? Welcome into the channel if you're a new viewer, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. Even though it hasn't been a great month in betting for me, you guys still showing love. Really much appreciated. I'm going to try to find the best place for today. A lot of blowout potential games, a lot of games that just look like they're going to be ugly, but we're going to try to find some value in today's games, try to get some good plays out there, and hopefully we have a good day, man. It's been a pretty rough November. I won't even lie. Um, some plays have been hitting, some plays not. It's just been up and down. A lot of bad beats, a lot of close calls. You know, just been tragic. Okay, this is a tragic month in basketball for me. But hey, we're gonna try to find some plays for y'all. Hopefully, we get some W's. Hopefully, we hit a beautiful parlay. By the way, we are creating a new channel for just sports betting in general because this channel does have other content as well that I'll be creating in the future. So definitely subscribe to the new channel that when it's released. I'll be dropping it probably tomorrow. It's gonna be called Proper Parlays. So subscribe to that channel. I'll post it in the community post, and also post it in my Discord once we create this new channel. But let's get right into today's games. I'm having technical difficulties, so this camera's been going off and on. It's been acting crazy as hell. But we're gonna try to find some good value in today's games. Like, share this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you think, and just let's get right into it. And first, we're going to start with the Utah Jazz versus the Knicks. The Jazz are at home, and the Knicks are on the road. And today, what I would say, if you want to take a spread pick or a money line pick, I mean, obviously the money line would be easy to pick the Knicks. I mean, they've been on a roll lately. I mean, top five in offense. Their defense is just top tier as well. I mean, top 15 in the league, but we're just starting off the season. And I mean, you see the Utah Jazz stats. They have been bottom of the league in everything, offensively, defensively. It doesn't matter. They've just been horrible this year. But the one thing they've been doing is covering the spread, which is just incredible to be this bad of a team, but still covering the spread. 67% of the year they've been covering this spread. And in the last 7 games, they have been covering this spread, which is just completely incredible because they've been going against decent teams. It's not like they've been going against, all horrible teams. They've done this against the Lakers. They've cleared this with the Clippers, Sacramento, Dallas, Phoenix. They did it against San Antonio 2 times. So I like this, especially with the Knicks being bad against the spread this year. They're hitting at a 33% rate. They're not really doing a good job of covering the spread. So, in my opinion, I believe it's a good day to pick the Utah Jazz plus 14 on the spread. I wouldn't take the plus 8.5 because the Knicks can blow them out. But I think that they can keep it within 14 points. I don't think that's too much to ask, especially a team that's been doing it the last 7 games. I think that they've been playing up to the competition. So Utah's been playing pretty well against, better teams, while, you know, Knicks have been playing pretty good against bad teams. But look at this. They've been pretty much, middle of the pack when it comes to covering that spread. 33% is really bad for covering the spread in 2024. And I mean, you see they haven't been covering against bad teams. Like the Pacers have been bad, and they lost to the Pacers. Brooklyn covered their spread. Chicago even covered the spread on them, and even Philly as well. Philly as well covered the spread. So I mean, it's been pretty much up and down for the Knicks when it comes to spread, but Utah's been pretty money on the spread. So I like that. Last 5 games they've covered it 100%. Last 10, 80%, and head to head 50%. I mean, even in this, it was a 15 point win. So we were literally 1 point away from clearing that one too. So I like that Utah Jazz plus 14 today. I'm probably not going to take it personally, but if I have a lean, I would lean towards Utah Jazz, keeping it within that 14-point spread. 8.5 is a little bit too low. I think Jazz will lose by more than 10 points, but lose by 14. I think they'll keep it close, especially in the fourth quarter when the Knicks take out their starters. Their bench is really not anything special. So let's just be honest. Utah has a better bench, I guess, in a sense, just because they have people like Jordan Clarkson to come off the bench. They have pretty decent bench players. They have a decent rotation of players. They're just not a good team. So I like Utah Jazz plus 14 on the spread. And my pick for this game, if we're going to take any play out of this game, it would be OG Anunoby. Just because if you see his minutes per game, 37 minutes per game, this boy is in the game for a majority of it. Tom Thibodeau loves him. I mean, he loves players that play defense, and he loves players that are always giving 100% effort, and that's what you're getting from OG Anunoby day in and day out. As you can see, he's cleared this spread last 10 games, 9 out of 10. I mean, not the spread. The points and rebounds is what we're going with today. Head to head, he hit this 19, 21. This was when he was in Toronto. So, I mean, this year, I mean, he's obviously with the Knicks, so it's going to a little bit different tale. He's hit this 10 out of 15 times this season, which is 67% hit rate. I mean, 2023 wasn't his best season with hitting this, but now with his role with the Knicks, I like it. I like it a lot, especially with how he's been hitting his three-pointers this year. He's been pretty consistent. And head-to-head against this team, he definitely cleared this line. I mean, I think, honestly, if we're going to take one play out of today, I'll take the person that's getting the most minutes on this team and getting a good amount of shot attempts and rebound chances. He has 11.2 rebound chances, which is just a very high number. He's playing power forward, so he should be able to get those rebounds. And field goal attempts, he's taking about 13 shots per game. The last time he went under this line was against Milwaukee in the last 10 games. So, I mean, you're going against Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, you're not going to get much rebounds against him. But against this team, I like OG Anunoby to get some boards, get some points. I think he scores about 15 to 20 points today, especially if the Tom Thibodeau plays him like he's been playing him recently. I've seen OG Anunoby in a blowout win, literally recently, against Washington, coming in the fourth quarter because Tom Thibodeau is just a no-nonsense coach. As soon as he sees his bench players playing like ass, he's like, yo, yank those boys out of there. Put my starters in. He even put Mikal Bridges in at one point, and like 2 minutes left. Josh Hart played the fourth quarter. He didn't even have to play the fourth quarter, so I like it a lot. And if we could see the stats, I mean, points against, I mean, 20.1, 9.3 rebounds. They're 7th in the league, 9th in the league, but let's just be honest, man. Utah Jazz, take this with a grain of salt. They're not that good. And honestly, even this alone is still enough to get him to clear the spread. 9.3 rebounds allowed in 20.1. All we're asking for is 15.6 boards, and I think he can clear that easily. As you can see, as his points, he's been hitting over 14 to 15 points a game, so we like that. And also his rebounds, he's been clearing about 4 to 7 rebounds a game. He's averaging about a 6 rebound clip this year, I believe, or around that margin, 5.5. So we like his rebound chances, 9.6 throughout the year. Last 10 games, he's had 11.2 rebound chances, so it seems like he's getting after the boards. So I like OG Anunoby today getting his points and rebounds at a good value, minus 125. 20.5, I think he can clear this. I have confidence in OG Anunoby, and he's not light-skinned, so that's always a plus. So that's my one play for this game. If you want to take the plus 14 spread, and if you want to take another play in this game, which the only other value play that I like is Josh Hart's assist. I think Josh Hart can clear this 5.5 assists. The only time he didn't get it was when I bet him to get 5 assists against the Wizards. It's just been bad beat after bad beat. Look at this. He clears this all year, 9 out of 10. The time I bet on him, my boy got 3 assists. Just incredible. It's just been incredible how like this season has gone, for me at least, in this month. It's just crazy. So he hit 10 assists last time he played. That was January 30th last year. Only 2 assists the other time they played, but the Jazz won that game. I don't see the Jazz winning. I see it being more of like this game where he's going to be dishing the ball out a lot and, you know, definitely clearing that line. I wouldn't take the 5.5 though. I would take it at 4.5 just to be safe. Even a 3.5 to be extra safe. My favorite play on this game would be the OG Anunoby, and that's probably the only play I'll take for this game. And so that's my opinion on that one. And so let's get to the next game, which would be the Detroit Pistons taking on Orlando Magic. Orlando is actually the #1 ranked team right now in defensive rating, which is pretty incredible, not having Banchero in there and still being this great of a defensive team. I mean, Banchero is really known for his offense, but he's also a pretty good defensive player as well. But this Magic team has just been on fire lately. I mean, they just beat the Lakers with Franz Wagner hitting a 3 close to the end. But the one thing that about this game, you know, you see that Detroit's been covering the spread of 9.5 throughout this whole year. But we can see that they've been, you know, playing against a little bit bad competition, except for the Houston Rockets, which is pretty impressive that they kept it within the spread against them, especially how Houston's been playing lately. They've been destroying teams, but against Charlotte, not even a sweat. Charlotte's not a good team. They didn't cover the spread against Chicago, which is just surprising how Chicago is just playing pretty much fast paced, bad defense, but still beating teams by 10 points. They just been hitting their shots lately. Let's just be honest. The Chicago Bulls have just been hitting shots, man. And I was watching the Atlanta Hawks game last night, and Atlanta Hawks were coming back, but they just couldn't stop Chicago from making shots, man. It's just hard to stop a team when they're rolling like this. But I like the Magic today on the money line. I think that they beat the Detroit Pistons, especially without Kay Cunningham, him being out with an injury. If you can see their defensive ranking, they were top 10, and now they're 12th because they gave up a lot of points to this Charlotte Hornets team. I think the Magic being number one ranked defense, this is going to be a low scoring game because offensively, Magic has been 27th ranked, especially without Banchero. They haven't been playing the best of offense, but they've been doing enough to get by, and especially with their defense being number one ranked and not allowing a lot of points, we should see a low scoring game. So if you want to go with the best bet for this one, to take it under 210, 215, I think that it doesn't go over 215. I think this has been covered up against the Magic majority of this year. They have not been allowing a lot of points. You see 59% hit rate on this in the last 5 or 6 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6. They've basically went under this line. The only time they didn't was against the Lakers, and the Lakers are at home. The Lakers have been just scoring a lot of buckets at home. But everybody else, they've been pretty much going under. And I don't think that this game without Kay Cunningham, the Detroit Pistons are going to have their facilitator on the court. They're probably not going to score a lot of points. I see this being like a 105-90 game or 105-95, something very, very low. I don't think it's going to be anything, high scoring or fast paced. These are two slow paced offenses and just one great defense. And Detroit's been playing good defense as well. So I see this more of a defensive battle. A lot of people going with the over in this game, but take that with a grain of salt, man. And a lot of people are taking Detroit spread, but in my opinion, I like more the Magic on the money line because Detroit without Kay Cunningham, who's going to be facilitating the ball at that point? Malik Beasley, I just don't see it being a good play for today. You could take the Detroit spread just because they've been so consistent on it, but more than anything, I think that the best bet is to go under 215. I don't think we see a lot of points being scored this game. I think it's going to be a defensive battle for most of this game. So I like the under in points. Detroit spread up plus 9.5 at minus 110. I think it's a good value. You can bump it up just like the Utah Jazz to plus 14, and I think that would be a better play. As you can see, Detroit minus 250. You still get good value head to head. 2024, they've hit this 94% of the time. They have been a good team against the spread. They've been playing very well all season. So, as a team overall, you can take that Detroit plus 14. I think that they do a good job of covering the spread today. So I think that's a good play. But if we're going to go to our play in this game, what I like is 2 plays. And let's see, because I almost forgot. All right. It's Franz Wagner and his assist. All right. So Franz has been hitting this 4.5 assist line head to head. He hasn't hit this, but let's just be honest. In this portion of this man's career when he was not hitting this line, he wasn't touching the ball as much as he is now because Banchero's out there. He's not really the facilitator on his team. But as of this year, in last 10, he has been the main facilitator on this team. And the only time he hasn't hit this line is a blowout loss against OKC, where the Magic weren't really hitting much shots. So he does still have the potential assist up there at 12.4, which is just really high. As you can see, even against OKC, he had 11 potential assists. As I said, the Magic were just not hitting shots. But after that win against the Lakers, I think the momentum's on their side. He had 11 assists against the Lakers, which is his career high. So my boy has been facilitating this ball nonstop for the last 10 games, especially without Banchero being there. He's basically the main ball handler, and he's basically having the ball in his hand majority of the time. And the matchup just screams take Franz Wagner over assist. They're allowing 22nd ranked in assist to the small forward position, whereas where Franz is playing, or the power forward position, which is the same amount, 4.2. So I like Franz Wagner's assist, not his points today, because we have potential for a blowout in this game or a close scoring game where it's a lot back and forth defensively and not a lot of scoring. They have his points all the way up to 27.5, which in the last five he has been clearing it. He just didn't clear it against the Clippers, which was a bad scoring day for the Magic again. But last 10, he's hit this 6 out of 10 times. Head to head, he only hit it one time. In 2024, he's only hit this 7 out of 17 times. But he's a little bit on a roll right now, so you could want to ride the hot hand and take him with the over. Me personally, if I'm going to take a play, it would be the under, just because I feel like this has potential to be a blowout. And if it's a blowout, Franz Wagner is not going to be playing in the fourth quarter that much. If they're up by 15 in the fourth, I don't think we're going to see Franz being in there chucking shots. And last game against the Lakers was a really outlier of how he's been hitting 3-point shots. I mean, this season he's been pretty decent at 3-point shots, but 4 3-pointers against the Lakers, one big one near half court. It's just craziness, man. Just craziness. Was one of the worst beasts that I've ever witnessed in my life. I had the Lakers money line that day, and just to see them sell like they did, just tragic. But I like Franz Wagner's assist today over 4.5. Him to get 5 assists, I feel like is a really good play and at a really good value as well. We still have that. Let's see, his assist line at 4.5. That will be at a minus 137, and so I think that's a good play for this game for sure. And then that's the only two plays that I like for this. I mean, the only play I like is the Franz Wagner assist. I mean, what other play will probably Jalen Suggs and his points over 11.5, or if you can take it at 14.5, I mean, you can take the 14.5 because he's been pretty good on the last 10. I believe he's going to be a solid contributor at offense today, at least, against this team. I mean, they've allowed 19.8, but you got to remember Kate Cunningham is not out, so we're going to see how that plays out for them. So this is the first game without Cade. Let's see how this plays out. I mean, if Cade does end up playing, which I don't think he will after that fall in that last game against the Hornets, I don't think he's going to play at all. We could definitely see Jalen Suggs probably go under the line, but I think today would be a good day to pick Jalen Suggs to get 15-plus points or 10 points. I think he clears that easily. And then let's get to the next game, which would be the Grizzlies and the Bulls. And the Grizzlies and Bulls, man, I mean, they put all these games in front, but in the props, they have the other stuff. So, I don't know. We're just going to skip it. Grizzlies and Bulls, I mean, let's just be honest, man. The Bulls have been playing a little bit better in the last 3-4 games. They've been just hitting shots. They've just been hitting shots, man. It's just been absolutely crazy to watch how they just been knocking down contested threes, playing like lights out when it comes to shooting for whatever reason. I don't know who juiced them up and who put some steroids in their coffee, but them boys have been hitting shots, man. They've been hitting shots for sure. I don't like either the money line or the spread on this game. As you can see, both teams have been pretty inconsistent on both. Over 240.5 points is a pretty high number. I don't think that they get over 240 points. That means both teams scoring 120. That means we might be going to overtime because I don't know where all this offense is going to come from Memphis, because let me be honest with you, Memphis is not the best offensive team, and it's just a weird number. 240 is very, very high. So if you want to take the under, I think the under would be a better play than the over, just because of how high the points are. If we're going to bump it all the way up for the under, we can bump it all the way up to 250, because I don't think they reach 250. That means one team's going to score 130, and I just don't see that happening. I don't see both teams scoring 125. I think that's way too high of a number for teams to score. I mean, they've done it one time against the Lakers, but like I said, the Lakers at home been hitting shots like crazy, and Chicago's been hitting shots too, but I just don't see them getting that high number like they did against the Hawks yesterday. The Hawks are a fast-paced team and just bad team in general at defending anything. So, I mean, you can see that they're bad at defense, 29th ranked. They gave up 122 to the Hawks yesterday, even in a win. Offensively, they're 8th ranked, which, like I said, they've been hitting shots this year, which has just been incredible. So I can see why the number's high. But even with the number being high, as you can see here, 116, 118, that still doesn't clear 250 points. You know what I'm saying? That's still a high number. Defensively, Grizzlies have not been bad defensively. They're ranked 16th right now. Not bad. They're going against a worse defensive team. So if you want to take a money line, I always take the better defensive team. I would take Memphis on the money line just because they have better defenders on their team. Jaren Jackson's a hell of a defender. And so I would love to see Memphis win this game. I'm probably not going to put no money on it. But the under I feel like is the best bet just because I don't know who's gonna give that production on the Memphis side of the ball. I think they win. I think the Chicago comes down to earth a little bit in this game and don't score, 130 points again. I think they score something around 110, maybe. But against this Memphis team, I think that Memphis more than likely pulls this one out. And so my favorite plays for this game would have to go with Scottie Pippen Jr. Even though he's light skinned, man. I know. 11.5 points. I think this is a good value play. He hit this 2 out of 3 times he played. The only time he didn't hit it was one time, and as it gets a blowout win against Chicago, I mean, this does have potential to be a blowout. Let's just be honest. In either side of the ball, with the way that Chicago's been shooting the ball, it could be a blowout, man. It could be Chicago just taking over this game. You can have goddamn Zach LaVine drop 30. I don't know, but as you can see, it's a good play. Scottie Pippen Jr. has been the starting point guard for this team as John Morant's been out. And in 2024, he's hit this line 9 out of 16 times. And the last 10 games, 6 out of 10. He didn't play well against Philly, but Philly has better defenders out there on the wing. I don't think Kobe White, I don't think Zach LaVine's going to slow him down. I think he can get to 12 points pretty much easily in this game. Head to head, like I said, 14 and 15 the last 2 times they played. And this was just as recent as of October 28th that he hit the 14-point line. So I like him to get the points. Maybe even taking his assist today would be a good bet. They have him at 5.5. You can bump it all the way down to 4.5. I think that's a better play. 2024, he hasn't been hitting this line well enough for me to take it. Me personally, I'd rather take his points over 11.5. That's going to be my favorite play for him today, is to take those points. And my next play for this game, because I have 2 plays for this game that I like a lot, and that would be, where is this man? Let's put this on the underside. Is Brandon Clark under 16.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I think this is going to be an easy play for today. As you can see, 2024, he only went over this line 1 time, and that's when he had a good scoring out against Brooklyn, who's very small without Nick Claxton. He's going to be going against Nikola Vucevic. He's going to be going against Patrick Williams if Patrick Williams plays. Just overall, he just has not been hitting this line. 16.5 is a little bit too high for somebody who's been playing a role of like a bench player. And let's just see that, they don't allow a lot of rebound. 24 ranked, 25th and 19th. They do allow a lot to the power forward position, but Brandon Clark is a secondary power forward. He's not really doing much out there for this team. As you can see, head to head, he went under the line, 4 points, 4 rebounds. And they've been playing Santi a little bit more than they play Brandon Clark, in my opinion. So I think Brandon Clark goes under this line today, under 16.5. I think it's a little bit too high for him. You can also take the under rebounds and assists, which I think might be even a better play, because in 2024, he's 100% that he's been under this line. He's not really a good rebounder at all. He's not at all. He's not a good rebounder at all. As you can see, he barely hits his rebounding line over 5.5, which is just pitiful for a power forward. In my opinion, that's just horrible. And you can see he went under this line of rebounds against Chicago the last time they played. So head to head, rebounds and assists, he's not really a passing big man. He doesn't really do that at all. He doesn't really have much production if he's not scoring. He plays pretty good defense, but what is that going to do when you're not getting any stats? So I like his under 60.5 rebounds, points, rebounds, assists. You can also take his under 7.5 rebounds and assists. I think that might be a better play just because 100% hit rate this year, 67% hit rate last year. I think this is a good play. You see the value. It's just incredible, okay? So that can be a good play. You can even take his under 0.5 first quarter assist because he just doesn't pass the ball. So that's my play for this game in Memphis. My next play will be the Hornets versus the Bucks. That would be the next game on this slate. And the Hornets versus the Bucks, man, the Bucks have been turning the corner, man. Like I said in the last video, they've been playing a little bit better, man. They just won this last game against the Pacers in pretty much impressive fashion. They were up by 10 most of the game. Pacers started to make a run at the end, which the Bucks are pretty bad at closing out games, but it seems like they're turning the corner because Giannis is playing lights out. Damian Lillard is playing the point guard position. He's looking to pass the ball, man. I had him under 7.5 assists. That dude had 10 assists. I think he had 11, dude. He had like 4 in the fourth quarter. it was a not even a bad beat. Just Damian Lillard was just on fire with passing the ball. So I think he heard me talk shit about him about how he has no value if he's not scoring the ball. That boy started passing, man. So impressive, man. Impressive stuff, man. I can't hate on Damian Lillard. He's been playing better, man. Especially after coming off this concussion, the way he's passing the ball. I mean, you can't hate on the man anymore. He's doing his thing. So, Charlotte Hornets versus Milwaukee Bucks. I like Milwaukee Bucks on the money line pretty much easily. Charlotte Hornets is a team that I do not like. I think they're a shit team. I mean, I think they're horrible coaching wise. I think the coach is just trash. And if I'm gonna take a coaching battle, I'm gonna take Doc Rivers over, whatever his name is, Christopher Lee or whatever. So that's my play for this game. I think the Milwaukee Bucks on the money line minus 280, especially how they've been playing the last five. They've been pretty much lights out. So I like Milwaukee. And then the one play that I like from this would be LaMelo Ball's assist. And I'm going to bump this all the way down to 5.5. I think he gets the 6 assists easily. It's 11 out of 15 hit rate this year. Against this team, he had 5 and 6. So, I mean, if you want to bump it all the way down to 4.5, less value, but probably going to hit easier. Probably hit that in the first half. But this team has allowed 8.7 assists to the point guard position. And overall, LaMelo has been clearing this line majority of this year, 12 out of 15 times, and I don't think he's going to change it this game. Like I said, 5 and 6 the last two times they played. He doesn't get a lot, but he gets enough. I like the 5.5. He hit his last game on November 16th in a close game where they won, but I don't think this one's going to be as close as this game was. Charlotte is on the road. They play better at home than they do on the road, but they play bad in both scenarios. Let's just be honest. But I think that this is going to be a good game to take LaMelo Ball's assist. I think the points might be not there. And the next play that I like for this game is Giannis to go under his point total. They have him all the way at 32.5, which he's been hitting 47% of the year. I think it's way too high for Giannis, Giannis, before somebody in the comment section corrects me. I think it's just way too high, 32.5, especially coming off of a 41-37 point performance. I think he gets down a little bit to earth, especially against this team. He doesn't have to score a lot. As you can see, there's so many blowouts. And even in close games, he's not scoring a lot because he's not looking to score because he doesn't feel like he needs to score. He feels like he wants to get his team involved, especially on the road. I think that he's not going to go over this line at 32.5. I think it's going to be a good play to take his under. I mean, he's hit the under in 5 matchups against them in 2024, 53% hit rate. 20 points is basically 20. He's averaging like basically 30 points a game. That's why they have him so high. But I think if we want to take the value, I think this is a good value play, minus 117. I don't think he hits 33 points this game. Maybe he gets 30, maybe he gets 25. I don't think he gets over that. But that's my favorite play for this game. Are those two plays is the LaMelo Ball assist and Giannis under 32.5. I think it might be a blowout, so that's why I like that play. And then the next game we're going to take is the Trailblazers and Rockets. We just seen this game yesterday. I mean, if you watched the game or watched the ending of that game, all I needed was Sengun to get one rebound, and boy, like I said, bad beat after bad beat, man. All I needed was one more rebound for my double-double play to hit. Sabonis got the double-double. Trae Young got the double-double. Jalen Johnson got the double-double. Everybody you can name. I had Nikola Jokic for a triple-double. As you can hear in my voice, I'm just more than disappointed, man. It's just sickening how many bad beats I've caught this month. It's just not even, it feels like not even real. It feels like there's a higher power working against me at this point. But it's all good. At the end of the day, we just going to try to give you the best plays. Even if I don't play them, hopefully you guys play them and win. I've given out Discord plays where I didn't play it because I didn't have the money to play it, but people in my Discord are winning, so that makes me happy that I'm able to give that to people and be able to give y'all some plays. But hopefully we get a big W today. This game, the best play is the under 227.5. Man, where the hell is this number coming from? That's what I want to know. That's really what I want to know. Like, where's this line coming from? Who put this line out there? Like, does Vegas know something that I don't know? I don't think so. I think they're stupid for this line. Where is the offense coming from Portland? I just want to know. Like, where are they getting offense? Half their team is hurt. Like, they don't have any production on that team that I can see them getting more than 100 points. If you think Houston's going to score 140, then take the over. But like Houston's not scoring 140 points. They're top three ranked in defense. They're only averaging 114 points per game. As you can see, bottom tier. And I mean, look, Portland's defense has been good, 18th ranked. So they've been solid. And I mean, they've only scored 105 per game. So the under is probably the best bet for this game. And then if we're taking unders, we're going to take another under, which would probably be Albert Sengun's points. They have them all the way at 19.5. They have them at 18.5 right now on Hard Rock, because Hard Rock is just a bunch of dickheads. So, I mean, he's hit this line last two times. I mean, 2 out of 3 times they played. But as you can see, I don't think this is going to happen. It's just this is another blowout potential game. I don't think he's going to get 20 points because he's not going to need to get 20 points. I mean, he has not really hit this line this year. I mean, it has plus money for under 18.5, which is just ridiculous when he's been mostly going under this line. I think today, if you want to take his assist, you can take him at 3.5. I think that's a better bet for him. Or if you want to take an over and not take an under, trust me, I hate unders. I hate unders so much just because if like the player goes off that game like Damian Lillard did yesterday, it's just like, what the fuck? What can you do? But it's all good, man. Albert Sengun rebounds. I think 8 rebounds for him against this team is pretty much set in stone that he's going to get it. He's cleared this line in 3 times he played them, and in 2024 he's 14 out of 17. The only time he's missed this is against Milwaukee, which Giannis is down there, so he's grabbing the boards. Against San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama's down there, and against San Antonio again, Victor Wembanyama down there, and they have some good rebounders on that San Antonio team in general. They're just good at rebounding the ball. So I like him to get over 8 rebounds. I think that would be a good play for today. Or you can take his under points because I just don't see him getting 19.5 points. I think he goes under this line. He's been under this line majority of the season. The only time he's had to score that is against the Pacers, which is a faster paced team. And he's done this against Chicago, again, another faster paced team. Washington, Detroit, pretty much bottom end teams. I mean, he did against the Knicks and against Charlotte. So he's been hitting this line against pretty much bottom of the barrel teams. But you can even take his under 18.5, honestly, because I just think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think this game is going to even be fair. I think they're just going to straight up destroy them. So I like his under points for sure. I mean, as you can see, the reason I like outliers because it shows you the probability of some of these plays. So his under is a high probability that he does go under the 19.5 or the 18.5 more than going over. So that's why I like that play a lot. And then the next game will be the Warriors and the Spurs. I'm gonna go through the full breakdown. It's gonna be a long video, guys, so bear with me. We're gonna go through every single one of these games today. Just trying to get the best plays that we can, and then I'll post my plays, what I'm putting down in the comments, or if I do play, what I would play today in the comments section. So definitely check that out. But as you can see, all the money is on Golden State, and rightfully so. Golden State's just been lights out. I think if Victor Wembanyama comes in and plays this game because San Antonio is a better home team, I think this spread would be a good play. If you want to take them plus 10, I think that San Antonio keeps it within plus 10. If you've seen the Warriors and how they just played their last game against the Pelicans, they didn't cover the spread. Pelicans actually kept it a close game. So, I mean, they blew out Atlanta. That was at home. Looks like the Warriors play way better at home. I just don't see them blowing out San Antonio if Victor Wembanyama's in there. And also, as you can see, tied 7th in defensive ranking. It's just been a pretty up and down season for San Antonio, but after the momentum that they captured from last game playing against Utah and making that 20-point comeback, I just see this team playing way better than people expected. And I think San Antonio could cover this spread of 10 points. I mean, the 3 points is a little bit too low. But for the Warriors just to be laying 3 points on San Antonio, it shows me that with all this money going towards Golden State, it's really not making a difference. So this is, in my opinion, technically a reverse line movement because I'm pretty sure I saw the Warriors at minus 150. And so if the books are basically saying they're looking at San Antonio as a potential winner, or trying to gravitate the money towards there when all the money is going towards Golden State, I would prefer to go with San Antonio on the spread rather than taking Golden State's money line just because of how the money's moving. So you gotta trust where the money's going. If the money's going one way, you kind of gotta fade the public and fade where the money's going because the house always wins at the end of the day. If you've ever gambled at a casino, you know this more than anything. The house always wins. So this is the same thing with sports gambling. The house knows more. They do simulations. They do all this stuff. Best game of the night I'm gonna be talking about last, which is the Nuggets versus Lakers, which I love that game. That's probably gonna be my main play if I do play something today. Will probably be the Denver Nuggets and Lakers game, just because, man, the Nuggets and Lakers they always go at it. Think it's gonna be a great game. So Spurs spread, good play. I actually have no props for this game. I don't like anything about this game. It could be a blowout. It could be a close game. Either way, just don't like it. I just don't like any of the props that they have for this game. So I'm not going to give you any props for this game because I don't like any of the props for this game. So I'm staying away from this game in general. But if you do play it, what I would say your best bet of playing this game is plus 10 San Antonio. I think San Antonio keeps it with the spread. I don't like playing money lines no more because money lines are so iffy. But better bet is to take the spread in basketball. Uh, it's just a lot. It gives you a little bit more leeway in that sense that a team could cover that point spread and not win the game, or they can outright win where that point spread just gives you that buffer of if they lose, they could get lose by 10. And that's all you need. So I like that a lot. But let's get past this game since I have no props for it, and let's get right into the Nuggets and Lakers game. Which, if you made it this far in this video, it's 36 minutes deep in. I appreciate you a lot. And comment 36, maybe. Rasheed Wallace. That was his number? I think so. I forgot. Who cares? All right, Nuggets, Lakers, game of the day, game of the night, best game on today's slate. 100% best game tonight. If you want to bet this game, 100%. If you want to bet basketball today, it is the Nuggets and Lakers. That is the best game. And let's just talk about it. We got the Nuggets at plus 156, minus 180 for the Lakers, which in my opinion, it's a little bit too much for the Lakers, okay? If you can see the money, how it's going, the spread is going towards the Nuggets with the public, and the money line is 50-50 split. So, excuse my French. All right, so the money line is basically a 50-50 split. This is a very tough game to call. If you know, there's a lot of money that goes towards teams like the Lakers and the Knicks because of name value alone, and a lot of big sports bettors are fans of either the Lakers, Knicks, the big market teams. So you'll see a lot of money being laid on the Lakers, even in a losing effort. Just like the Magic game, they had the spread, they had the money line. The Lakers it was Lakers all day. It was Lakers all day, but they ended up losing, and they ended up not even covering the spread. So let's just take this with a grain of salt, the money line spread percentage, because of the fact that a lot of people will lay money on the Lakers just because they're Lakers fans. So, in my opinion, the Lakers haven't beat the Nuggets in so long. They have struggled against this team every time they played them. It's been a struggle for them. So, in my opinion, your best bet for today's this game, if you want to take 4.5, I think they cover the 4.5. But in my opinion, we're going to bump this all the way up to 10 points because we can still find some value within those. I mean, minus 310, I can still find some plays within this to group it together and make a great play. So I think the Denver Nuggets keep this between plus 10 spread. I mean, the Lakers have been great against the spread. They've been killing it in a bad way and good way. They haven't covered it in a sense that when they're supposed to beat a team by 10, it's closer than that. When they're supposed to lose by a certain margin, they're losing by more. So it's like a weird thing with the Lakers. They're just not good at covering spreads. In 2024, they hit this 7% of the time, their spread. So I just don't have confidence in the Lakers to cover the spread. I don't have confidence in this team to to just run over the Nuggets. I won't say to not beat them. I think they can still beat them because I like this Lakers team. I think Dalton Connect was a hell of a draft pick. I think this Lakers team, if they do a couple more moves, can have potential to make it to the NBA Finals this year. They just have to make those moves before this midseason point so that they're able to build that chemistry up and they don't have to wait until like the halfway point of the season to do it. I think they make these trades now. The Lakers will be potentially a favorite to win the conference, the conference championship at least, because I still have the Celtics probably going all the way to the finals and winning again, man. That team is just, bro, they're too good, man. They're too good. They have too much. When Porzingis comes back, they're just stacked, man. And the way Peyton Pritchard's playing this year, sixth man of the year potential, it just looks like they're just keep on getting better each year. So it's hard for me to say that any team's going to beat them in that finals, man. You got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Those are two top 15 players in the league right now. I think Jaylen Brown is a top 15 player, if not top 10, honestly. If you see this man, he's a defensive stopper. And on top of that, he's an amazing offensive player. He doesn't settle for shots. He takes high percentage looks. I love Jaylen Brown and how he plays. But enough of that. Let's go into this game. Best bet of this, if you want to take a money line, I wouldn't take either the money line, but I would take plus 10 Denver covering the spread. They've been good at covering the spread this year, and they've been playing bad this year, but not bad enough to fade them. I mean, 8-6 is not a bad record to start the season. I mean, it's really not. I mean, we're not even 20 games into the season yet, so we're not even a quarter of the way through. So take everything with a grain of salt. I think Denver covers the spread, if not outright wins this game, especially with a man like Nikola Jokic on your side. So this is the plays for the day. This is my favorite plays of this game. We're going to start with Christian Braun, okay? So the reason why I like this is you can see points and assists. He's been blasting through this line this year. 2024, he only went under this one time, okay? So this is a great play, especially with how they have him involved in the offense. He has a potential 3.3 assists. That's not why we like this play. It's because of his field goal attempts. He's taking about 10 shots a game. It looks like Mike Malone really trusts him. He really puts him in the game in crucial situations and also plays him for a majority of it. He's averaging 35 minutes, so he has a lot of potential. And the Lakers against the shooting guard position has allowed 30.7 points per game against this position. I mean, you got someone like Austin Reeves guarding him. Austin Reeves is not that good of a defender. He's very inconsistent. So I'm gonna be honest with you. My favorite play for this game, I have like 3 or 4 plays for this game, but Christian Braun is one of them. He hit this line 13 out of 14 out of the season. Last season wasn't his best, but you got to remember Caldwell Pope was there. I think it was Caldwell Pope. Yeah, Caldwell Pope was there. So one of their best defenders, and overall he wasn't playing as much minutes as he was last year. As you can see, 19.8 minutes. They bumped him all the way to 35 minutes this year, and he's been showing out. If you want to just take his points today at 13.5, I think that's a good play too. If you want to bump it all the way down to 9.5, he's hit this 100% this year. I might just take the 10 points just because I want to be safe today. But the points and assists could be good too. They've allowed 30.7 and 6 potential assists to to the shooting guard position. I mean, his potential assist is just not there. That's why I don't really like it. I just like it because of the point factor. I mean, 14.5, he can hit 15 points, and then we clear this. And especially at the value of minus 119, that's a good value for me to take the points and assists, even though he's not an assist guy. It's just because it's so low. Like, I would take that if his point line was 14.5. You know what I'm saying? So, like, see, his line right now is 13.5 for points. So if his points and assist line is 14.5 minus 119, you kind of got to, like, gauge it that way, that you can see him getting 15 points. If you can see him getting 15 points, which he's practically hit most of this year, I would say to take 1 assist or 2 assists that he can get potentially, I think that's a good value, a great value play. And head-to-head against this Lakers team, he did not hit this line at all. But you got to remember that they haven't played him this year. And last year, he wasn't getting a lot of minutes. As you can see, 15.3 minutes, you can't really do much with that. Only 4 shots taken. You can't really do much with that. But in this year, he has been taking a step up on this team. And he's been playing well in that role that they've been giving him. And you can see their offensive rank is 7th in the league, and their defensive rank is 23rd. So what they're struggling at is defending, but they're not struggling in scoring. So I like Christian Braun and his points. And the next play that I like is Nikola Jokic and his points or his rebounds or his points and rebounds together or his PRA in general. I mean, you can see that it's at 49.5, which is pretty high. But 2024, he's been hitting this 9 out of 11 times. Six out of 8 times he's played the Lakers, he's hit this line. I mean, he's just been lights out against this team. If you want to take an easier play for this game, you don't want to sweat all that, I would say to take his over 24.5 points per game. I think he hits this line pretty much easily against this Lakers team, especially, against AD's. AD's been pretty tough in the paint this year, but Nikola Jokic plays outside, he plays inside, and their two-man game against the Lakers, he always does a really good job of playing against them. So I like Jokic to get over 24.5. If you can take it at 19.5, 470, a lot juiced, but he will 100% get 20 points today. Let's just be honest. His assist line against the Lakers, he doesn't really go crazy with the assists. He's not looking to get a triple double. More than anything, it looks like he's wanting to score against the Lakers every time he plays. But the last time he's played them, he's at 9, 14, 9, 10, 7, 7, 9, 11. So if you want to take about, a bump down all the way to 7.5 or 6.5 if you can on some books, definitely take that. I think Nikola Jokic can definitely get that. I mean, this year, 9 out of 11 times he's hit this assist line. And then his rebounds as well. I mean, Anthony Davis is no joke down in that paint, but this man, Jokic, can still get them boards because he's their main rebounder and he's down there. He's a tough man. I think he gets 9 rebounds pretty much easily, 10 rebounds easily. On Hard Rock, you can only take the 8.5 or 10.5, which is just so stupid. I don't know why Hard Rock does it like that, but it is what it is. But I like Jokic to get over 10 rebounds today. He definitely is going to clear this, and that's why I like his PRA, because I think he's going to do it all today, especially against this Lakers team. 6 out of 8 times, I think we got to go with that. 75% hit rate, 82% on the season, 45% last year, but we don't go off of last year's stats. This is this year, and he just had a kid, so he's just going to go stupid these next couple games. So he's playing for that check. 49.5 is pretty high, but I like it. If you just want to take his points and rebounds, which is a little bit less juice, 39.5. Head-to-head, he's hit this 6 out of 8 times. 2024, 9 out of 11. It's basically the same thing. But I like the PRA just because we get a little bit, an extra stat to go off of his assist as well. His rebounds and assists, it could be a good play, but more than anything, I think he scores the ball today. So points, rebounds, points and assists, or points, rebounds, and assists will be a good play for Jokic at the value that they have it at. I mean, you see the points and assists head-to-head is 50%. He gets the rebounds. Sometimes he passes, sometimes he doesn't. That's why I like the PRA. 2024, he's been hitting this pretty much nonstop, 9 out of 11 times. Pretty good. So I like Jokic today. And then my next play would be LeBron James, man. Oh, clicked the wrong button. LeBron James, man. LeBron James against this team. 24.5 is a plus 100 value, but look at this. Look at this, man. LeBron James is the type of player that plays up to the competition. LeBron James is the type of player that when he gets in these situations and he's playing a team like the Denver Nuggets, he is going hard, man. He is going hard. He is trying to win this game, especially with all the talk about the Lakers having beat the Nuggets in, I think, like 3 years. So I think LeBron goes hard today. I think he gets his points. I think we can take him at 20 points easily. He's going to clear that. He's hit this 11 out of 15 times. You can see his last 5. He's been going absolutely stupid. 35, 15, 21, 26, 31. But you can see he plays up to competition. And he was playing against a great Orlando team. Tight game, close game. Guess what LeBron does? He starts hitting shots. He says, you know what? Let me start playing takeover mode. And LeBron James is just the greatest to ever touch a basketball, in my opinion. So I would never fade LeBron James. 20 points, I believe, is an easy play for him. He actually plays more towards scoring in this matchup. He doesn't really pass the ball a lot. So in this matchup, he goes over 6 assists. I mean, he hit 11 last time, 9, 12, 8, 9, and 7, but 4 and 5, that just kind of puts me away from it, especially with his last 10. He's been clearing this line, but 7, 5, 6, you know what I'm saying? They have him all the way up, I think, to 9.5 right now. It's just too much for me to take. Last 20, he hasn't been hitting it clearly, and 53% of the year is pretty good, but his 7.5 should be decent to take. But if you want to take him at assist, I would say 5.5 would be the most I would take him at. but his points should be cash money today. 19.5. If you want to take him to hit a couple 3-pointers, he will be pulling it from the 3. He will hit at least 2. If you have him at 1.5, I would say take that. 2024, he's been 9 out of 15 times hitting that 3-point mark. He hit 5 his last game. When LeBron's on a roll hitting threes, it's hard to stop him. It's honestly is. And Denver's defense has been bad at stopping the 3-point shot, and also just bad at defending in general. I mean, they're 7th ranked, but I seen last game they weren't defending that well, a 3-point shot. It's just some shots weren't going down for the Mavericks. So I really like the Lakers. I mean, LeBron James to play really well today, offensively scoring, and I think he gets over the 20 points, if not 25 points if you want to take the 25. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times he played the Nuggets, he's cleared this line with ease. So I like LeBron James 19.5, or you can even take the 24.5, which is plus money right now. I think it's a great play, and that's basically it. My last play, let me not say that's it, because my last play for this game, I have 4 good picks for this game, would be Anthony Davis, and it'll be his rebounds alone, just because he bodies Jokic in the rebound category the last 5 games. I mean, I'm going to take him at 9.5 or 8.5 just because it's not as juiced right now because he's going against Jokic. But if you can see, the rebounds against Jokic has been pretty high this year. They've averaged about 13.9 against him. I mean, Gafford had 5, Lively had 5. That's 10 between 2 centers, and they split minutes. Anthony Davis is playing 40 minutes a game, and his rebound chances are up to 20 this year. Especially playing that many minutes, he's definitely more than likely going to get his 10 boards. He might even clear 11 or 12. See, the last couple times he played 15, 23, 15, 11, 14, 11. He kind of dominates in this matchup when it comes to Jokic in the boards. Head-to-head, points-wise, he doesn't really dominate Jokic there. Jokic is a big body, man. It's hard to move him, and he's a pretty decent defender. He's not the best, but he's good enough and very serviceable. He uses his body pretty well, no diddy. And I think that Jokic could definitely, slow AD down in the scoring realm, especially with him playing so well this season. That's why I'm just taking the rebounds, because this is going to be a very close matchup. It's going to be a tight matchup, and the big man down there going head-to-head, I think that they're going to try to stop each other from scoring. I like his rebounds more than his points today. I like him to get 10 rebounds. I think that we can definitely get that easily, especially with 2024, how he's been playing. 8 out of 14 times he's hit this rebound line. The only time he hasn't hit this or went over 8 rebounds was against the Toronto Raptors in a blowout win. So take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, those are my plays for today. This was a very, very long video. And I hope if you guys watched this far and this long, that you guys get some W's today. I hope that this helps you make some plays for these games. Those are all my picks. That's literally me going through this whole slate of games. So we'll probably do this more often on my new channel, the Proper Parlays channel. We'll probably do this with Jacob and a couple other people. We'll probably rotate people in and out of the Proper Parlays channel. We'll definitely have a really good time doing it, man. So if you like this kind of content, man, like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel. I know it's a very long video, but it's because I'm just trying to be deep diving and, as analytically correct as I possibly can be. So appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the good vibes you guys send me. And hopefully we have a great day of betting. Hopefully it's better than what we've been doing this month. Hopefully we're going into December in a week. Hopefully this is a sign of good things to come. Hopefully we get some good W's today. And until next time, I'll see you on the next video, which will be later today. Till then, peace.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.